So what we did in our nested loop session was I after completing all the concepts and around at the end I gave one question as an homework which was like an inverted this inverted what do we say mm, star pattern. So so the question was something like this that I wanted to.
Nain, are you sharing your screen?
Oh, okay. Sorry. I'm not sure. Okay, so this is the one. It's visible now, right?
Yeah, yes, I am able to see. Thank you.
Okay. As I was saying, that I gave one question was the pattern was something like this, right? So we discussed this kind of patterns that if we have serially the same number of rows and columns, then how the pattern moves. We discussed that it was like for I in range 5 for j in range 5 print star, right? And there was and parameter n equals to space and there was a print. So how this was running, that I will take the range of 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, right? Because 5 means the range goes from 0 to 4. 0, 1, 2, 3, and 4. And for each I, j will take a value of 5 because j's range is also 5. So when I take 0, j takes 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Now for each j value, what am I printing? I am printing star, then one space. Then for this also I am printing one star, one space. For this also I am printing one star, then space. For this also I am printing one star, then space. For this also I am printing one star and space. And then this one comes in because one iteration is done of j. The first iteration, the first 5 iteration of j is done for I equals to 0, and then the print new line is done. So for I equals to 1, this after this space, the what starts, this one comes back. So this one will have another 5 values, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, right? Let me make it a little bit prettier, not much. So this will have another 5 values, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. So same way this 0 will print star, then space, star, space, star, space, star, space, star, space, right? So space is not visible, so it looks decent. So we have a proper star pattern of like this, right? Now this was done for a proper decent square pattern you would say, square matrix you would say. So that was the basic thing concept that we did. Then we also discussed this one. How this one worked was because this there is a shift. There is a shift of values that there is some increment after each and every iteration in I, because what we learned there was that this one was, even though it looks row and these columns, so how we assign them is this one was acting as the I values and these values are acting as j values. So for each I value, there are actually 5 j values, right? Now, what are those j values? Accordingly, it changes. According to the pattern, it changes. So, if we look properly for the first line, actually, what is not visible here is that this this is a j call. This is a j, and these are the i's. These are i's, and all these are j values. And we have to configure, I would say, like we have to manage the i's and j's in such a way that our pattern matches, right? Our pattern comes out. So how do we make it? So if I make I in, let's suppose I in range of 0 to 5, and then what we do, we make for j in range. Now what do we do with our j? We have to do something with our j so that the values change, because for the first iteration of I, the j prints only one time. Second iteration of I, the j prints two times. For the third, j three times. Fourth, j four times. For fifth, j five times. So when I was saying that for first iteration of I, j is running one time. In this sentence itself, the answer is hidden, right? That means when I is running for the first time, that means let's suppose I equals to 1. So if I equals to 1, that means I is running one time, okay? Mm, if you think in that way, that means j is also running one time, right? If I is running two times, I is running for the second time, j is also running two times. If I is running three times, j is also running three times, right? So there should be some relation. There should be some relation between I and j. Correct? Do you agree with me? There should be some relation, right? Now, what is that relation we have to figure out? So that initially, for for this kind of pattern, what it was doing, for every value of I, j was running five times, right? For every value of j was running five times. But now we have to be careful that for the first iteration of I, j has to run one time. For the second iteration of I, j has to run two times, right? So how do we configure that? So maybe we can do one thing, that uh, if j is so much dependent on I, why do we not make j dependent on I directly? How do we do that? Let's try to think of that, right? So let's make j is dependent on I itself. Okay. Now, how does it work? Let's try to understand. So for I equals to 0, what is j saying? J is saying that I also want to run till 0, right? And when it's saying I'm going to 0, that means it's saying 0. The range of 0 means what? Nothing. So it won't print anything. So maybe we have to change something here. So what we do, we will do I in range of 1 to 6. So this way, what are the values I'll get? I'll get 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Right? Same 5 iterations I will get, because I need 5 iterations of five things, so 5 rows only, right? So in this pattern, I have 5 rows. So anyway, I need 5 iterations, right? So I value, anyway, I need 5, be it reverse 5 to 0, 5 to 1, 5 to 0, or 0 to 5, right? So how do we do it? So if I make the range 1 to 6, so now for I equals to 1, what j will do? Because j is running till I now, that means j is also going to 1. If j is first going to 1, right? I means what? 1. I's first value is 1. So j's first value is 1. What is the value till 0? 1. Only 0. If I'm giving, we learned in range function, if I'm giving range equal to 1, what are the values that it will get? It will get the value 0. right? So if it gets a value, that means it will print some, that means whatever statement I give here, that statement will be executed. Now what statement I want to run here? So my important statement to run here is print star, right? So what do I do? I will print star. So if I see now, how does it work? Let's try to understand. Okay, there should not be a star. There should be new line, and here there should be an end equals to comma. So how does it work? For I, what is the i's range? I's range is 1 to 6. That means actually it is 1 to 5. 6 will be not excluded. So 1 to 5. What are 1 to 5? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now for each I value, j runs I times. J runs I times. That is what means when I'm giving j in the range of I. So for I equals to 1, what j's range becomes? J's range become 1s. So if range is 1, what are its values? 0. So for 0, 1 star will be printed. This much is clear, and there will be a space because I've given it, there will be a space. Now one is done. So it will come out of the loop and then it will come to a new line. So this line is done, it will come to a new line. Now I becomes 2. If I becomes 2, what does j's range become? J's range becomes 2. If j's range becomes 2, what are its values? 0 and 1. So it will run 2 times. Are you getting now? Now I can say that okay, whatever iteration I is running, that many times only j is running. I have made j so much dependent on I that how many times I want my I j to run, I will make it so much dependent on I that the j will run exactly that many times. So how many times star will print? So star space star, that star. After running 2 times, because j range was 2, so it will come out of this iteration and then it will come to a new line. So this iteration is then it will come to this line. Then I becomes 3. So j's range becomes 3. If range is 3, what are its values? 0, 1, and 2. That means what? How many times this will run? 3 times. So 3 times. Then again, same thing. It will come to new line. This one is gone. So 4 times. And then 5 times. This one is done. So this is how the space will not be printed. So I'm just showing. So finally, with that, we will get our this pattern. Now I want to invert this pattern in this way. Now one question might arise, why are you learning pattern? It is not used anyway. It is not needed anyway. It forms the basic logic building of our code formation. How we think about a code, it it is actually the building blocks of making a code, forming the code logic, right? That's why this pattern formation is so important. If you dive little bit deep into pattern forming, you will understand. You will have so much clarity how a code runs. I cannot even explain you. Everyone feels so frustrated with pattern problems. We always think, okay, where is it needed? Why is it needed? No one needs it mainly in, I would say around 95% to 99%. Maybe there is 1%, I don't know, but that much is not needed. But why it needed? Why it's needed? Just because how it builds your logic building. It helps you build the logic of how a code runs or flows. So that's why pattern is so important. So you will understand how we have to make this kind of pattern now. So when we are printing this kind of pattern, we did not think about this empty half, right? We just made sure the j is dependent on I somehow, and then we got our pattern so beautifully. But now here we have to think of another way, that we have to make this spaces on our own. We have to forcefully make these spaces so that the star, instead of printing here, it shifts here. Instead of printing two stars here, it comes here. Instead of printing three stars here, comes here. Instead of printing one four star here, it comes here. So how do we make it? How do we think about that? How do we form the logic of it? I gave you one guess, that there will be not only ij, there will be another loop of k, right? We will need another k, but how would we need? We have to think. Is it I under j under k, or like how should it be? It should not be this way. We'll discuss that now. First, we have to see that somehow, if I can shift these positions and make the star print here, my most of the cases is done. Now, let's try to think in uh, a way that we might come up. So we have to think. We have to think in a way that, okay, how should I get this? So this is anyway 5 number of course, like this was, right? So either I will run from, so there are two ways I to run, either from 1 to 6 or 5 to 0, right? If I do either of this, there will be 5 rows, correct? 1 to 6 will also give me those values, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And 5 to 0 will also give me 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That is not an issue. However, I need that anyway I can use it. So, but how this will come into play, we'll have to think about it. This is actually a very simple way. If I had asked you to make uh, to make the pattern something like this, it would have put much more stress on your heads. I'm not asking you that as of now. Uh, Hopefully, I can make you think about those things also if you progress here. So let's try to understand first this pattern with the stars, right? So first, let's make our I from 1 to 6, right? So for I in range 1, 6. So 1, 6 I have got. Now, if I run a j in range here, any range I give, and if I give a print any star or anything, it will immediately fill this space, right? But I want this space to be left out. I want this space, this entire space to be spaces, right? Correct? You agree with me? Till here, you're there, guys?
Yes, Nayan.
Okay. You can stop me anywhere, right? You can stop me. Okay. You can, if you don't understand anything anywhere, you can stop me and we can have a discussion. That's not an issue. Now I want this part to be left out. Okay. So how do I do it?
We need
All
to
right.
print space first.
Yeah, we need to print space first. So what I do for the J loop, I will leave this empty. Okay. So how will I make sure that it happens? I will print space same way and equals to space. Okay, this is prerequisite. This is needed. Now, how many times I need this to run so that after the dedicated spaces, my first star prints, right? So exactly at the same indentation, I will need another loop with another range which prints my star, correct? Till here you're there with me? Now my main job is to find these ranges. Correct. How do I do it? So my J range, let's try to figure out how my J range runs. So somehow if we can make out this formation, this is also pattern, right? This is also a pattern of spaces, but it's one step smaller than this one. It has to somehow fulfill this four spaces and somehow fulfill this one space, and somehow it should not print anything at the last, right? So let's try to figure out. I was one, K is, so if you see, if my I is one, for I equals to one, my K is becoming one, right? How in this case, for I equals to 1, J was printing 1, right? For 0, it was printing 1 star. For I equals to 2, J was printing 2 star. In this case, if you see, if you observe, for my I equals to 1, my K is printing 1 time. For my I equals to 2, my K is printing 2 times. I equals to 3, K is printing 3 times. I equals to 4, K is printing 4 times, right? I equals to 5, K is printing 5 times. So maybe I can I can run this loop dependent on I, correct? Till here you're fine, right? I can consider that, right? Guys, you there?
Yes, Nayan.
Yes, thank you. Now J. J is one smaller than what? Than the last range. So how do I play with it? So if my I is one and I need my J to start from 4, right? If I is 1, I need my J to run from 4, and I is increasing. I is increasing for each segment, and J is decreasing, right? So maybe I can use 5 minus I. If I use 5 minus I, will it work? Let's see. I equals to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. J is
And sorry to interrupt.
uh,
Why you are taken I range from 1 to 6? Can I you take from 0 to 5?
yeah, I will discuss that also. No problem, we'll discuss that also.
Yeah.
In Python, there is an issue with that. We'll see. Let's see this. Please remind me, okay? That's a good question that you asked. All right.
Okay.
So my J is 5 minus I that I have taken. So to make this, to be compatible with this, because I need four spaces. So 5 minus I, J is 4. And K is, what is range? What is range of K? K is I, right? If I, what is I? If I is 1, K is range of I, that means 0, right? For 0, 1 star will be printed. But 5 minus I, that means what? 4. If it is 4, that means 0, 1, 2, 3, right? 4 spaces, correct? So I will have 4 spaces. So what will it print for the first iteration? I will have 4 spaces and then 1 star for this 0. Okay. Then my this iteration will done, it will be done, and then new line, next line will be coming here. Now I equals to 2 and j equals to 5 minus I. 5 minus 2 means what? 3. So what are the values? 0, 1 and 2. How many? 3. So 3 spaces. Then k is in the range of, k is in the range of 2, right? K is in the range of I. So I is 2. So for 2, what I will get? 0 and 1. 0 and 1. So for 0 and 1, I will get 2 stars, right? Then this iteration will also be done. And for that, what I will get? I will come to the new line and this iteration will be done. Then 5 minus I. For 5 minus I, 5 minus 3, it will become 2, which are 0 and 2. What I will get is 2 spaces and then star, star, star. Why star, star, star? It becomes I in range of 3 for this one. So 0, 1 and 2. I'll have 3 stars, right? So this iteration is done. New line will start. Now 5 minus I, which is what? Which is uh, what? 1. So 0, right? And this one will become 4. 0, 1, 2, 3. So 1 space and 3 star. Then this iteration is done. Come to new line. This will become 5 minus 5, which is 0. For 0, I have nothing to print. So I will not print anything. And for k, I will come to 1, 2, 3, 4. Why? Then for 5, because for 5, k is dependent on 5, right? On I. So what is I? 5. Till 5, how many iterations? 5 iterations. 5 stars. Is this making sense, guys? Do you have any doubt in this? Any question?
Nayan, I think, sorry for it, it would be basic. Like if I represents rows, J represents columns, what K represents basically?
K is also representing columns only here, because what happens is, if you see, J and K are in the same indentation, right?
Correct,
If
correct.
they are in same indentation, they will both contribute to the columns only. But how they are contributing, that we have to see.
Okay,
Here we are not dependent on the K, on the J. We are not dependent on the K here. We did not need, because if I made the J just dependent on the I simply got this. You saw it, right? I
correct.
showed you that, right?
Yes, yes.
But here the game has changed because I need spaces. So if I need spaces, I need to run, because this, even though I need a space, do you not observe that this is also a pattern on its own of spaces, right? If this is also a pattern of spaces, I need to run a loop specifically for spaces. And then I will need another loop for running my stars. Got the idea?
Yeah,
So
thanks.
J and K are both contributing for the
Columns.
columns.
Got it. One for the spaces, one for the start.
Uh, One for the stars. Correct. Now, this is clear for you. This thing that I see, the most important part here will be this chart that I made. Okay, this chart is the dry run for most of for the pattern things, especially for this kind of pattern, this reverse patterns that we are doing. This chart that I have drawn, this one. We do dry run in our DSS. So what's dry run? For each and every values, we will put there, we will run their statements, whatever statements we have. So this will help us in forming the entire code. So we'll put this, we'll put their values accordingly. We will think of a value condition. You saw it, right? How I made the condition. I just thought, okay, if I have 4 stars, if I have 4 spaces in the beginning, that means I will need my J to have 4 values somehow
Um,
at the beginning. 4 values somehow at the beginning, right? Now that's how I have started to think, right? If I need it to be 4 now, because I's value is starting from 1 and K is completely dependent on I, right? Now J wants that I is going from 1 to 5, and J I wanted to start it from 4. Then gradually it should decrement. 4, 3, 2, 1, right? And then it should not print anything. And I can see that, okay, my I is increasing somehow from 1 to 5. So this J and I, if I can relate in a way that if I decrease the I somehow, I might get my J. So that's why I came up with 5 minus I. And 5 minus I was fulfilling my requirement. right?
Got it.
Now, there is a question from Viren that if I had made my, uh, what was it? This one you asked, right? That what if I had started my I from 0 to 5,
0 to
right?
6, 5, yeah, 5. 0 to 5, yeah.
0 to 5, 0 to 5, right? Let's see. If I make my I 0 to 5. So let me put it in the chart and you will immediately get it. I 0 to 3, 4, right? If I have 0 to 5, that means 5 is excluded. So my range is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, correct? This much you get it. And my J was 5 minus I and my K was I, right? You will see in the first step itself how it messes up. So my J becomes 5 minus 0, which is 5. So what is its range? 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. How many spaces do I get? 5 spaces. And K is what? K is K of 0. What is 0? Will 0 print anything? It needs to be at least 1 so that the 0 value come, right? For range of 0, is there anything? We learned it. There is nothing. Null value. The range, the range function should at least have 1 to get its value of 0, right? For 0, it will print something. But for range of 0, what will it print? It will print nothing. It will have no values. It will have null value, right? So if my range itself becomes 0, will it print anything? So nothing. So what my pattern will become? It will become something like this. Then what will it become? It will become 5 minus I. That 5, it will become 1. It will become 4. So then it will print 4. Then it will become star. It will print 3. Then it will become 2. It will take 2. Then it will become something like this. The pattern will become something like this. Is this the pattern that we wanted? No, right? Do you get the idea? Now, that's why I told you that this chart, how you and these values, how you come at this, what conclusion you make, what kind of thinking that you make to reach at this one and this one is everything that makes changes, is everything that decides your entire pattern. Got it?
Yeah, and can you complete the chart once after for value 4, J value 4, then K value is
For how many? 1, 2, 3. So that is 4 star. And this one range, what will its range? It will become 1. For 1, I will have 0. That means for 0, I will have 1 star. And
okay.
for range itself 0, I will have nothing, right? I don't have anything. Then for
Yeah.
3, 5 minus 2 is 3, right? So 0, 1 and 2. And here the range is what? Range itself is 2. What will it print? 0 and 1. For 0 and 1, I'll have 2 stars. Then it will become 2, 0 and 1. And this will become 3, 0, 1 and 2. So two spaces and 3 stars. And then this will become 1. This will have 0. This will become 4. It will have it will have 0, 1, 2, and 3. So 4 stars. Got it now?
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now we have done these two patterns, right? So this one and its mirror. What if I want this? Can you just take 5 minutes and think of it? Just try to form something. If you can if you can think of it, that's great. If you don't, that's also fine. At least you try. Both of you, can you try? Is it something that you would like to try?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, let's try to understand how this loop works. So what happens here is What we did in the previous question was how it was formed was something in this way. Uh, I'll draw it here. So it was something like this. So if you put a mirror, both of them becomes like this. Now this pattern is saying here, this was the empty space pattern which was invisible. 4, 3, 2 and 1. But here, if you observe, this is the space pattern which is invisible. Is it visible to you now?
Yes.
Okay. So if you look at this, so now how do we form our code? Right? So let's try to form our I, J and K. So
Okay.
where this was J and this was K. Similarly, this is J here and this is K. The space pattern was J. The space pattern, the star pattern is K here. So my K was, because my K was completely dependent on I. J is also dependent on I, but K was moving as exactly as I, right? So let me make my I here 5 to 0. So what places it will take? 5, 4, 5, 4, 3, 2 and 1. And my K, if I make it as I, so my K will also become 5, 4, 3, 2 and 1. So these are the ranges. Now my J is what? In the beginning, J is nothing,
Sorry.
right? J has,
Yeah, here, your right side you take it as a K, and left side you take it as a J. And what about I?
this is
Then
the I,
down.
right?
No, no. In the pattern you see.
Hmm.
Yeah, here
Yeah.
K is right, J is left, then I.
And I is forming the rows, right?
Okay. Okay.
I's main job is to form the rows. J and
Okay.
K are printing this. J and K are actually the the structure of the this. I is the structure of the this thing, and J is forming all the values. It's like how do I say, in a table, right? In a table, the form, how we form this table, right? The columns will make how many data details that we want. What are the specific things, right? So here in column, these were the things, right? This is how a table is formed, right? So we will form these rows, and as per rows in these columns, we will fill the values, right?
Yeah.
So similarly, in that way, this is also forming. So it forms the
The row.
rows.
Yeah.
All right. J and K puts the data according to column
Yeah.
here. Okay.
Now
So
just
if I
take
see
first row. No, just take first row
uh,
and
first row,
yeah, step by step. You go ahead. Yeah. First row.
that's what I was saying. In my first row, what am I doing? I am, see, I am printing 5 star patterns, 5 stars, right? Am I printing any space? No, right?
No.
No.
Yeah.
In my second row, I am printing 4 stars, and I am printing one space, right?
Right.
And similarly, in the next step also, one K is decreasing and one J is increasing, right? Space is increasing, K and star is decreasing, right? So what I did was, because I can form my I either 5 to 0 or 1 to 6, right? I need, I can follow either of this, right? Now because my k is becoming 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, so what I did, I made my I also move from 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then what I will do, I will make my k directly dependent on I. So whatever I value is there, k will also take that value. And if my range is 5, so what are the values that k will take? 0, 1, 2, 3, and 4. That means 5. 5 what? 5 stars. So 5 stars I get here. Correct?
Yes. Okay.
And my j should not be anything for the first line, right? And j should systematically improve. So for the second iteration, that means what? For I equals to 5, j should become 0. I equals to 4, j should become 1. I equals to 3, j should become 2. This 0, 1, and 2 means what? What?
Increasing.
Zero iteration, 1 iteration, 2 iteration. I equal to 2 means j equal to 3 iterations. I equals to 1 means j equals to 4 iteration. That means j loop has to run 4 times, 3 times, 2 times, 1 times, and 0 times. Now, how do I make it so much dependable that it becomes right? So here also, if I make 5 minus I, will it work? Okay, 5 minus 5 is 0. 5 minus 4 is 1. 5 minus 4, 3 is 2. 5 minus 2 is 3. And 5 minus 1 is 4. So 0 range means what? Print nothing. 1 range, print 0. 2 range, 0, 1. 3 range. Okay, it might make you confused. Let me write it like this. 0 range. These are all range that I am specifying. So this will become 0, this will become 0, comma 1, this will make you 0, comma 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, and this will make you 0, comma 1, 2, 3. And similarly, now you see. So for I equals to 1, okay. So for I equals to 1, j is printing nothing, no space, right? So no space. And k is printing 5 star, 5 star. Okay, this is clear. Is this clear? Tell
I
me.
is equal to 1.
I equals to not 1, I equals to 5.
Okay, okay, yeah.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, okay. I equals to 5. That means it is the fifth. Okay, I equals to 5.
Hmm. Hmm.
Okay, for I equals to 5, 5 star. Right? This is clear?
Hmm. Clear.
Okay. Now I becomes 4. So because I becomes 4, j is what? J is dependent on 4 reversely. So how is it? 5 minus 4 means what? 1. So range becomes 1, right? Range 1 means what? How many times it should print? 1 time, 0, 1 time. What is the 1 time value? 0, right? This is your clear, right? This much you know, right? If I'm writing range of
Yeah, yeah.
0, what are the values? 0. If my range is 2, what are the values? 0, comma 1, right? This 0 does not mean nothing. This 0 implies that, okay, print, execute something for me. Okay.
Okay.
Now, but range 0 will not give you anything. Range 0 means empty. Nothing. Do nothing.
Hmm.
Okay. All right. Now, for now this is printing 1 time. So 1 space is coming. I equals to 4. 1 space is coming. And I equals to 4. K becomes 4 because K is I. So what are the values
Yeah.
for 4? 0, 1, 2, 3. So 0, 1, 2, 3. Now I becomes 3. So if I becomes 3, J becomes 2. 2 means 0 and 1. That means 0 and 1, 1, 1 star, 1, 1 space. And K becomes 3. What are these values? 0, 1, and 2. That means what? 3 stars. 0, 1, and 2. 0, 1, 3. Then I becomes 2. Then for I equals to 2, 3 values. So 3 stars. And K, 2 values. 2 stars. 3 spaces, 2 stars. Then I equals to 1. And for 1, J is printing 4 spaces. K is printing 1 star. This is our and entire pattern.
Yes.
So if you segregate them, it becomes something like this. So this will become J, this will become K.
Yeah.
Okay.
This type of question don't have any uh, space and time complexity.
Yeah, they have. They have. It's nothing like they don't have. It's there. Space and time complexity, why it not? Why it did not have? But because we have not discussed space and time complexity till now, so we'll leave it at now. Once we understand space complexity, we won't bother that much right now. Time complexity
In
we will
DSA,
be
in DSA,
focusing on.
it is required, right? In
Yeah, yeah.
DSA.
In DSA, yeah, in DSA. So accordingly, we will see if you understand the time complexity there. Then once you come back here, you will understand that okay, what the time complexity for this one is, right? So
Okay.
that is not an issue. So depending on this, I will give you anyone who is watching. Please try to attempt this. So I am giving a few more of this to make it challenging a bit. I don't think if you got the idea that how it should run and how you should follow, it should not be an issue. It's very easy actually. Let's try this. And this becomes 0, 5, 5, 4, 5, 4, 3, 5, 4, 3, 2, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Then if I give you this one is comparatively easy, but still, let me give you this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, and 1. And another one. mm, Yeah, you can try this actually. Mm, Try this too if you.
Yeah. Okay.
I can give more, but let's start with this. All right, guys, try to solve this.
One
Let's
minute.
sharpen our brains.
I noted it down. Note it down.
Mm, Sure. Last one. So if you have any questions related to this, you can always ask them in the comment section or through LinkedIn or anyhow you want to connect, and you can always ask. Or if you want me to explain this, we can always connect and you can reach out and we can always connect and discuss. All right. See you guys. Bye.